anything, and they did a great job. It was tough sledding there for a little while. You know, we were trying to find our way, and I thought you know, the guys stuck with it. They believed in it, and you know, a couple of big plays on some screens. Big play by Benjamin Victor, unbelievable play there. It kind of got us going, and then you know, I think when Ben made that play, there were guys on the sideline saying, "We're going to win this game right now." And a lot of credit, obviously, to the defense, the way they played this game, and the special teams. But it was a learning game for the whole offense and for Dwayne.
Was Haskins a different guy from first to second half?
You know, I think as the game went on, he got more comfortable. Yeah.
Ryan, you talked about Ben there. That play that he made, people have been waiting for him to kind of take a leap for a while. Does that mean he's arrived?
I think it's a defining moment for him. I sure do. You know, Ben's made some plays in games, but to make a play in a moment like that and change the momentum of the whole game, that says a lot for him. And it started a couple weeks ago. We made some big blocks, you know, in the TCU game, and hadn't seen that ton of action, but then makes that play, and I think it's a defining moment.
Hey, Ryan, you gives you the inside track to the Big Ten East. Go ahead.
What's that?
It gives you the inside track to the Big Ten East.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously this has been circled on our schedule for a while. To come in here on the road and win, we knew it was going to be hard. Whiteout conditions, night game, they had it rolling. And they did a great job on defense, and but our kids hung in there. And winning on the road in the Big Ten's hard.
Ryan, did you know that the last 3 games have been decided by 5 points?
About the last 2 years.
Yep.
Unbelievable fourth quarters.
Hey, Ryan, the first play that you guys, and there are times where you look up in the scoreboard,
Ryan,
look at the scoreboard,
let's send it back to
you're down by 2 scores, 7 minutes left, it feels like you've lost. Do you ever have moments like that? You know, when you're an offensive coordinator, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, through your career, you do a bunch of different things. You know what I mean? You experience different things, and you know, being here and obviously winning the game against Penn State last year, you believe. You always believe, and the kids believe, and you know, and coaching in the NFL almost every week it comes down to the last series. So you have to believe, and in college, every week is so important, and the stakes are so high that sometimes you can let your emotions take over. Our kids didn't do that. They hung in there, they believed, and they made plays, and they won the game.
Dwayne was pressured a little bit in the TCU game. You know, felt pressure against a team that. But how did you feel like he responded in an environment like this, being down by multiple scores in the fourth quarter?
I think he still showed some poise. You know, I think he wish he had a couple plays back, but there were times where he had to throw the ball away when it wasn't fun. You know, we didn't have momentum going, and I think that's showing some maturity for him.
Did you figure Penn State was going to come after him? I mean, Urban was talking about how much they blitzed.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they blitz a lot anyways, almost half the time, so we knew that was going to be part of the plan. That's why, you know, some of the screen passes came in big towards the end of the game.
Brian, we haven't seen a lot of those screen plays in the past from Ohio State, maybe before you were here. How much of that was in the game plan, and how crucial was that, especially on that touchdown drive for KJ there?
Yeah, really, really important. You know, I mean, when they are blitzing and they are rushing really hard and doing that, that helps our offensive linemen, and schematically it gives us a chance. It obviously gave us a chance to get that first score down there. That was big. And then, you know, on the 4-yard line, we call one there, and then a couple more in that drive. It was big.
Does it give a guy like Dwayne confidence, though? Just short completions, maybe in an environment like that, just maybe build your confidence?
We've got a lot of skill guys, and anytime you can get the ball to those guys in space, good things are happening to us. So we got to keep finding ways to do that week in and week out.
Ryan, when you see a guy like Benjamin Victor step up like he did tonight, you maybe not just walked up, but what does it do for him, and what does it do for the team to have a guy like that step up and make a play?
Yeah, huge. We just mentioned, you know, I mean, for him to make that play in this moment shows his maturity. But it didn't just happen tonight. This has been a process. It's an ongoing. He did a great job in the TCU game, made some big blocks. He's been showing progress, and it was coming. We kept saying it's going to come. It came right here.
Hey, KJ Hill seems to be the forgotten guy. How hard it is to make in-game adjustments, or said that you guys did a really good job of making in-game adjustments, especially at halftime. How hard is it to make adjustments against a team like this?
Oh, we got a great staff, and Kevin Wilson and myself, you know, we all work together. You know, Coach Stud and Tony Alford and Brian Harlan, the whole offensive staff, and Coach Meyer. You know, we all talk about it at halftime and continually try to make adjustments. And sometimes you call a good play and we don't execute it well, or vice versa. And so I thought we did a great job of communicating, and we executed in the fourth quarter that we needed to.
Ryan, KJ Hill seems almost to be the forgotten guy, almost the quiet dude. Yet he stepped up tonight, made huge plays. But just that play in particular, widescreen, it looked like. What do you call that? Number 2, what did you see from him on that play?
Yeah, on a couple of those bubble screens. You know, but really, when you watch the film, it's going to be the guys blocking for him. They're unbelievable blocker on the perimeter, and that was a huge part coming into halftime. We said we got to spread the field, we got to start playing with more tempo. We have to be on the attack. In order to do that, those guys got to block on the perimeter. And I thought they did an unbelievable job in the second half.
Yeah, y'all would screen so much in the second half because that's what was there.
Yeah, we wanted to get the thing going a little bit. We play best when we're playing fast. We couldn't get like that first down. We had some 3 and outs, and when you can get that first down, then we kind of put the pedal to the metal.
And the Dobbins play coming off the goal line. I mean, the screen.
Huge. Between, I would say that and the Benjamin Victor play on offense were really big.
Do you wonder about a quarterback? Dwayne's young, but he looks so composed through the first 4 games. When it is hard for him, especially in the first half, are you a little worried about him? Like, are you wondering we got to make sure we get him on track? We want to give him easy throws to make. What are you thinking?
Well, yeah, this is his first time going through it and just talking to him, saying, "You're playing good." I mean, I thought the ball to Rashad was a good throw, you know, and he threw a couple balls. He had to throw some away. Maybe the looks weren't good. So I thought he was managing the game well, even though it didn't feel like it at the time.
You guys are putting up 70 points, 50 points. It's easy when you're playing certain teams because of just the talent discrepancy. How different is it for you, mindset-wise, when you're calling plays and things aren't working? Is it easier to get frustrated when you were rolling the way that you were? And you know, how hard is it to maybe keep composure when you're making adjustments and all the things that you guys are going through?
Your expectations going into the game have to be such. You know, coming into this environment, going to play against a tough team in the country who hasn't lost very many games in the last couple of years, you knew it wasn't going to be easy. It was not going to be 50, 60-point game. It was not going to be that way. And so we talked going into the game, we have to manage the game. We have to be smart. Sometimes we're going to have to punt. We can't force the ball. We can't turn the ball over. And so if we can get the game to the fourth quarter and go win the game in the fourth quarter, that's the idea. And so that worked out. I mean, obviously we want to be cleaner. We want to be more efficient on offense every week. But I thought the guys hung in there and won a gutsy game on the road.
Ron, you've been in a lot of big environments and you've coached a lot of big players. In terms of Benjamin Victor's ceiling, just you've coached in the NFL. What is his ceiling when it comes to his athleticism and what he can do in this offense?
That's probably one of the best plays I've ever seen live. So in terms of talent level, it's off the charts. But that's one catch. Now we got to keep building from there.
Ryan Turner asked it.
Last question right here.
The last 2 drives by Dwayne. What does that tell you about him after the way that game all played out? What does it tell you about what he did?
Well, I think it shows that he's maturing. That he didn't lose confidence on a couple of drives. Went 3 and out. We were sputtering a little bit. They were doing a great job on defense. Kept the faith. Trusted the guys around him, and it was a big step for everybody.
Hey, Ryan, when you talked about the NFL and how everything comes down to the last play, last drives, which is so often, how does that help your temperament in games like this? Just being used to having games on the line at the end.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like you said, when you're scoring big points and you're pulling away from some teams, and then all of a sudden you struggle, you have to keep the faith and you have to keep this poise. You can't just lose. Focus on what's important at the time, and that's winning the game. Not trying to have 600 yards or 700. That's not the point. It's to be smart and win the game and put ourselves in the best position possible and follow the plan to win.